Hello guys, welcome back. With this video, we will start a new series, and in this, we will discuss a bit advanced topics of Python, like object-oriented programming concepts and others like multi-threading, multiprocessing, and so on. So, in the last series, we already discussed like Python basics. So, if you are starting to learn Python, it is better to watch them before going ahead with this series. Okay. So let us dive in and start with Python classes. So as we know that in Python everything is an object. So object is nothing but an instance of class. Like we create an instance of class to create an object. For example, if we simply type a is equal to 23. So it is simply saying that we created an integer class. Sorry, an instance of integer class. So if we simply print type of a, so it will say like class int. Okay, let us run and see it. So you see it is a class which is int. So a class actually provides us a way of organizing our data even more finer levels. Like we have seen modules and packages that are a bit more higher level organizing our code. So class can be, in layman terms, classes can be thought of simply like putting related things together. So we can simply think of like a class is a blueprint, and when we create an instance of it, that's what we get as an object. Okay. So let us see with an example like how we can define a class and how we can create an instance of that particular class. Okay. So let us say an example, we have a dog, and dog class will have some variables that is also known as properties, and then there are some functionalities related with class that is also known as class methods. Okay, so we will see both of them. And also there is a specific variable that is called class variable, and that is shared between each and every instance of that class. Means whenever we will create object with that particular class, that particular variable is the same for each and every instance or each and every object of that class. Okay, so we will see with example. If you are not following, we will get there when we see the examples. Okay, so let us go ahead and see our dog class, how it looks like. Okay, so we will use we use class keyword to create the class. So simply we type class and simply say dog. So this is like we have created a class dog, and simply we use a special method called init that is used to create the object of this class. Okay, so as we want to have the properties, we pass those properties with this init method, are also known as constructor. Okay, so we will say name. Let us say we want to add another property age, and also let us say we want to add, let us, that's enough, I guess. So now we can initialize these variables. So we can simply say self dot name is equal to name, and self dot age is equal to age, and that's our instance creation part. Okay, so whenever we try to create dog object, I mean, whenever we try to create an object of class dog, this method runs. Okay. So if let us try to create one then. So let us say we want to say dog one is equal to dog, and then we simply pass the name like Tommy, and let us say age is 2 years. And that's our, this is our object, okay, of class dog. So now if I will print, like we have seen the example integer, now if we will print dog, type of dog, it will say class dog. Okay, like we have seen here earlier, the example a is equal to 3, that was saying class int. In this case it will say class dog. So as we know that everything in Python is object, so means that everything is at the back end implemented with classes. Okay, that's why whatever we create, it is an object. Okay, let us run and see it. So you see it says class main.dog. Okay. Okay, so these properties are these variables known as instance variable. Okay, because these are created when we create an object using the class. Okay, and then there is a special variable that is called class variable, which actually comes before the init method. Okay, so we can simply say, let us say counter, so which will count whenever we will create a new object using this class. And let us see that how that is accessible, or how that is affected when we create a new instance of the class dog. Okay, so let us say dog dot counter plus 1. So every time we create instance of dog class, this counter will increment. So we will see that whenever we create a new instance of the dog class, it will increment for each and every instance of that class. Okay, so this is shared between, like this is shared in all instances. This is common variable. That's why it is called class variable. Okay, so let us see with example like how that works. So let us print here like print dog dot counter. Also, this is important to note here, like we are using dog, the class name, to access the class variable. Okay, not the instance to access the instance variables. Okay, so that's the difference. So we cannot access this variable using the instance. We can, but it is a bit like a hacky way. Okay, so let us print counter here, and also let us print counter dog dot counter after creating the object. Okay, now let us see. So with this creation, this will increment the counter by 1. Okay, and let us run and see it. You see, before it was 0 and then after it is 1. Also, if we create another instance of the dog class, it will further increment it. So let us say it to dog2, and let us name it to like Balu, and let us is equal to 1. Okay, okay, now the counter will be 2 actually. Let us see. You see, 0 1 2. So this is like this is shared in all objects. Whenever we create, this is incremented. This is called class variable. Okay, whereas these inside init method, they are called instance variable, because they are created whenever we create a new instance of the class. Okay, that's why they are called instance variables. Okay, so let us see like how we can access instance variables, and also let us create a method for this class. So let us say define greet, and simply we will return f hello and then self dot name. Okay, so this will access this name here and return it with hello string. Okay, so let us try that. So let us copy this part here. So to access the instance variable, we simply use object dot the variable name. So if we want to print like dog dot name, we simply say dog dot name. It will dog1 dot name. It will print the name, and simply we can say dog1 dot age, and it will print us the age. So you see, it's fairly simple. Like to access the class variables are the object variables simply. are instance variables. Okay, so you see Tommy 2. Also, see in similar fashion, we can access the methods like greet, and it will simply print like hello Tommy. Okay, so you say hello Tommy. Okay, I think it should be clear like what are the class variable and what are the instance variable and how they are different, and also like how we can create methods in Python classes, and how we can access various variables as well as methods. So we will stop in this video, and in the next video we will discuss a bit more about next object oriented programming concept, that is called inheritance. So we will have two classes and we want to inherit from the parent class to the new class. Okay, so we will stop here, and thanks for watching. Bye for now. Take care. See you in the next